bonjour. Been waiting all week to say that. Bonjour.
What? Why are you talking like that?
Well, it's funny talk. It's called French. It's a foreign language. Yeah. Well, we misrecorded last week because of me. Because I was away.
Oh, because of Mardi Gras. Right, in the French one.
Because I was overseas. I visited the France.
You were? Really?
Yeah.
Get out of
Kind of bummed. I almost had time to go to Disneyland Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Almost. Actually, no, I did. I had like an afternoon I could have gone.
Yeah.
And I had already seen I saw the Eiffel Tower already by then. So, it's kind of good. But the weather was just so terrible. So, I didn't go. But I might go back. It was for business. I might go back. I go to Disneyland Paris.
Cool.
I would do a whole segment on that. Would you really? I thought you were always I thought you were always down on the DLP.
No. Well, no, I mean, the Disneyland, the Disney Studios Paris or whatever, that's garbage. But Disneyland Paris? Oh my God. Oh no, that's awesome, man. I guess that's the best castle, period.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're Tomorrowland. I haven't looked in a long time. I don't know if it's still that way. Tomorrowland is it's kind of neat, right? It's
they're Discoveryland. It's exactly. But it hasn't, from the pictures I've seen, it doesn't seem to have aged as much as
gracefully.
Yeah, as Disney World's Tomorrowland is.
Huh. Wait, it hasn't aged as much, meaning
hasn't
aged well, or
it's aged better.
Oh, it's aged well. Yeah, okay, because it's kind of out of time, right?
Exactly.
That kind of makes sense,
right?
So wait, it's called Discoveryland. It's been a long time since I did my research on it. Oh, okay.
But I mean that theme park was completely designed like they didn't just copy Disneyland and Disney World and Tokyo.
Yeah, it's its own thing. Yeah.
They sat down and really did it right. First class with all of it when they designed it, and so. I would just love to go and see it and like I said, see that castle and so that's one I would love to go to.
Okay. Well, hopefully I get to go again and maybe find a little time to sneak out there. But because I think it's like a 40-minute train ride from Paris, but I didn't get there.
Yeah.
Next time. But anyway, it's good to be back behind the mic. I have no idea what's happened in the last week. I was happy to see America was still here when I got back.
Yes, that's true.
For now.
So can I fill you in on some Disney news that's happened?
Yeah, could you? Well, that's what I was hoping you would say, Glenn. So what's happened? What's up? Did they raise prices again? What's going on?
Not yet. But I do know that something really cool.
All right. What do you know?
Some people way high up must be listening to the show.
Well, of course, but I mean, what evidence do you have?
Remember a few weeks ago you asked about La Nuba, like how long has that been running, and how much longer is it going to run? Well, so last week, late last week, it was announced that December 31st of this year will be the final show of La Nuba.
Unbelievable. I don't believe it. La Nuba being there that long would be a little like if you had to eat the same meal every night for dinner for like 20 years. I don't understand how that thing is still right. But I said that before. So wait, so people heard our podcast.
Yes, of course. That's the only way
my
this
complaint.
Could be happening.
It's the only possible explanation.
It's the only possible
is
explanation.
That they listened and they said, and Iger went to the Cirque people and said, you know what? They're right. This thing's been here too long. That is correct. Wow. So when did you say it's ending?
December 31st of 2017.
Oh, this year? Okay.
So it'll run the rest of this year.
I got to go see it one more time so I can hear the modem sounds and all their modern glory. That's great. So what are they replacing with?
Yeah,
what's
so
going
that's
in there?
That's the thing. They haven't announced anything to replace it yet. So the assumption is it'll still be occupied by Cirque du Soleil, and they'll have another show. We just don't know what or when or.
God, I'm hoping. Well, since you listen to the show,
don't say it. Do not say this.
What?
Don't.
No,
okay.
Stop it.
You're gonna jinx it, and it's gonna come true. And
I'm 49% of the show. Let me speak. So it would never happen. But I wish they would bring the Beatles Cirque show here.
Oh yeah,
it'll never happen. But that's Bob. Since you're listening, that's my request.
Yeah, mine too. That would be awesome. Yeah. Because they actually have an Avatar show.
No,
Cirque du Soleil.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm 100% serious. It's a touring show, and it actually was just here in New Orleans.
Cirque.
That's how I know about it.
Hey, that's like French. Cirque du Soleil. Avatar? Really?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Toruk?
Yep.
Toruk?
That's it.
Toruk. What is that? Was that the name of their?
I haven't seen Avatar. I don't know.
You've never seen Avatar?
No. Why would I watch that?
Oh my God! How can you have any sort of? How can you have anything to stand on to complain about something if you've never even seen it? You have kids, don't you say to them, "Look, you can't say you don't like something if you haven't tried it."
All the time.
Isn't that a rule in the Welch household?
Yes.
Well, so why don't you follow that?
Oh, because I'm an adult.
Boy, you just hate James Cameron, right? Because you didn't see this and you still haven't seen Titanic, right?
Now that you put it that way, I refuse to watch Titanic.
Yeah.
But I do love Terminator. And True Lies was a great movie.
Yeah, great, really? Okay.
It was.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my God, that was a good movie.
Maybe good, great. Nah,
great. I don't know.
You've got to explain this whole Avatar thing to me. I don't understand why. Like,
no, I just don't care. I mean,
no, not that. I mean, why? Who? Like, how is there a Cirque du Soleil based on this? Like, who even remembers this movie?
I don't know, dude. I have no idea.
Oh, but you know what's sad? You know what's sad? This is what's going to go in there. There's no way that this doesn't happen. Right? I mean, think about it. It's too perfect.
Don't
right?
even.
I know Bob's listening. Bob, don't do it. Don't do it, Bob.
Don't do it.
But it's going to happen. Down. It's too good. Hey, we need a Cirque show. Hey, we have an Avatar land. Hey, we'll just put it right there. Easy.
Don't even.
Easy peasy. Even I can make this kind of executive decision.
All right. If it happens, you're to blame.
No, I'm not to blame. Go blame Cameron. He made it. I just can't believe you never even saw it. How do you know you don't like it if you never saw it? Maybe you would love it. Did you ever think of that?
Maybe it'd be like this mouse that I have.
We'll get to that later. We'll get to your mouse hating later. All right. Well, hey, at least
I tried the mouse.
Now I don't know how I feel about this because this is like okay, I got what I wanted. This is like, what do they say? Be careful what you ask for. You might get it.
That's right.
So, oh man. So a year from now, I'll probably be like, please bring Lanuba back. All right. Well, that's interesting. What else do you have? You have anything else that's
yes, I have
more exciting?
I have some good news.
Okay, good.
So, believe it or not,
yeah,
the Epcot International Festival of the Arts is going to return in 2018.
Well, I'm not surprised at all. Are you surprised?
No, I'm not surprised.
Oh, okay. I didn't think so. I'm not surprised because I saw the coin that you dropped on all the stuff that you bought. So they're like, hey, we made a lot of money.
That's true. That's true. I went the inaugural year. I bought a lot of stuff. And yeah, I mean, there's the case for that.
You know how like in American business, it's Black Fridays when everybody actually turns a profit, right? It was like the day Glenn went to the Festival of the Arts, that thing actually made some money. So they put him in the black and they're like, let's do it again. I'm just jealous because I didn't get all this stuff. Well, that's good. I mean, we talked about it before, and surely they plan to have. I mean, I don't think you're
happy about it.
Yeah, and I don't think you do something like that with just to do it once. I mean, surely when they put it up on the whiteboard, they're like, well, we'll do a 3-year run. We'll see how it does, and
Yeah.
But that's good. I thought it was good. So yay, same kind of time of year, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. All right. That's better. Good. You're doing better. Good job, Glenn. What else you got?
Since you are a coffee lover,
black coffee mostly.
Black coffee only, of course.
No, mostly.
So in Tomorrowland, they've been building this Joffrey's coffee stand.
Yeah.
Next to that stage that they had there for the Stitches. Is it still a Stitch show or I don't know, but
I think so. Last time I saw it, it was.
Anyway, it's next to that, and
wait, you're not talking about Stitch's Great Escape, right? What are you talking about?
No.
The stage
Stitch's or I don't know the name.
Oh no, it's like a It's like a superhero dance party thing.
Yeah, okay.
Incredibles thing over there.
But I think during the day they have like a show of some sort.
Oh, I don't know. I'm never there. I'm not there that early.
Yeah, but now you can go. You can get coffee. Wake up early in the morning.
So what?
So anyway,
what is it? Was it in? What is it in a building? It's a kiosk.
Yeah, so they built like a little kiosk. But I always thought it was. I really thought they were taking the. I thought it was on the other side. I thought they were taking that like the DVC.
No, I'll bite your tongue. No way.
Kiosk, and I thought they built it, but no, this is a brand new structure. But it has that same look to it. Like it fits into Tomorrowland, which makes sense.
Well, you'd hope. It's kind of what they do.
You would hope, yeah, exactly. So they put it there, and they have, let's see, they're going to offer some exclusive Magic Kingdom beverages, and one of those is called Mission to S'mores.
Oh dear! All right,
Mission to S'mores latte. It's a cup of Joffrey's artisan roasted espresso mixed with rich chocolate sauce, sweet marshmallow syrup, and topped with whipped cream, graham cracker, sprinkles, and fluffy marshmallows. Yeah. Available hot or iced. That sounds good.
If you had a spectrum of black coffee on one end, and that thing would be on the other end.
Yeah,
that's
so
not
that's
even coffee. What is that?
That's coffee. What are you talking about?
No, that's a dessert.
That's awesome. Coffee. Right. That's awesome. I would drink that.
I think I mentioned it before, but I don't understand this coffee location. There's something about, I don't know if it's just like, I don't think they drink coffee in Tomorrowland in the future, or what. Like I totally get a coffee shop on Main Street, which we have, and it's a Starbucks, right? Mm-hmm. Essentially.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. For some reason, I totally understand it back in Fantasyland. Like I can almost understand a coffee shop everywhere else except there. That's so strange to me. Really? I don't know why. And then it's strange to me that I think it's strange because there's really nothing about it that I don't know why. It just doesn't seem like, I don't know. I don't know why my brain goes, ooh, coffee there. Ugh. But isn't it weird that they have a sponsored Starbucks thing on Main Street and then this?
It is. But in the hotel rooms, they have that's the coffee they have is Joffrey's, and in all the restaurants, it's Joffrey's. So and Joffrey's, you can actually buy the bags of the coffee, and they're unique to they're exclusive to the Disney parks, and they have a ton of they have probably at least a dozen different flavors.
Flavored coffee. Coffee. How do you spell Joffrey?
Joffrey.
That's a weird name. It's like we're gonna do John and Jeffrey together. Wow, is this owned by Disney? Holy cow! Like you bring up their website and it's like boom, Disney.
Is it really?
This can't be owned by them, right?
No.
Yes, it is. Wait, no.
Wait.
Introducing the Disney Parks and Resorts. Oh, they have like a whole Disney Parks and Resorts coffee collection.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Oh, I thought you meant just like at the parks you would get like at the resort. You're saying like I can go.
You can order the same coffee that you drink in the hotel room or in the restaurants.
This is wild. Their entire website is like, it's like that's their only customers, Disney. They have shots like within the Grand Floridian, and it's crazy. Wow, that's like a big deal. They must have paid Disney a lot of money for this, or something.
And so that's why they built.
Whoa. Okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
Wow, but that's kind of a strange. Wow, I can't think of any other brand like this that. I don't know. That's weird to have. Like, you don't think anything. I don't know. I don't associate coffee with Disney in any way, and yet this looks like a major. Holy cow! Look, do you see all the different versions, the flavors of coffee they have here?
Yes, that's
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I mean literally like 40 different roasts they have.
Yes, yes.
Wow, you really undersold this thing. Wow, it doesn't make me want any of it, but that's pretty crazy.
But like they have like Flying Fish Cafe coffee and Flying Fish Cafe espresso. So like that's you
California
can only get
Grill
that there.
Well, no, I could buy it off their website.
You already buy it off their website. But you know what I mean.
Wow, that's crazy. Huh. Okay. It really makes me wonder if Disney doesn't own part of this company or something. Because this is a big, I don't know, like coffee drinkers don't think like, oh man, I really wish there was some Disney themed coffee. Like who came up with this idea?
Disney fans think that.
I guess. Are there any of those?
I hope so, because that's the only reason I waste spend time on Tuesday nights.
Oh, I thought it was just to spend time with me. Oh, wow, that is okay. Well, see, your one small story of the kiosk is open now turned into a much more interesting thing to me. That this is like a whole, it's like a whole thing. All right, the rest of the show I'm going to be trying to see if Disney owns any part of this company.
Okay,
but all right. Wow. Well, how are you going to top that? You have any other news?
Okay, so we were talking a couple weeks ago about Caribbean Beach. They're going to be tearing down some buildings and things like that.
Right.
Well, apparently they're going to start in May of this year. And I just wanted to mention this, really to just talk to you about it, because the rest of Caribbean Beach is going to be open. But what they're going to do is they're going to close down like the part of the food court for some of the time, because they're going to be building there or renovating there. And so what they're going to do is they're going to have temporary like dining options. So there's going to be like a breakfast buffet with some other offerings for dinner. They're gonna have like grab and go meals available for purchase in closer to the actual outlying buildings. And they're gonna have, you'll still be able to have room service. That's still gonna exist, but they're gonna put Coca-Cola Freestyle machines throughout the resort.
I want one of those in my house.
Don't you?
Of course.
But I mean, why don't they have that everywhere anyway? I mean, they would sell more of these mugs, I think.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway, I hope that catches on. So where it's easier to refill your mugs. But anyway, so, and then they're also providing guests with a $25 Disney gift card per room for each night of your stay. Okay. During all of this. So the main reason I brought this up is, would you stay at the Caribbean Beach or not? Like, would the construction and changes keep you from staying there, or would it be a benefit of staying there because you get $25 a night?
Yeah. Gosh, I don't know. I've never actually stayed there. Have you stayed there? You did, right?
Yeah, we did a couple years ago.
Yeah, I've never actually stayed there.
They have like pirate theme rooms, like Pirates of the Caribbean theme rooms.
Oh, that's right. I remember your pictures. Yeah, those are cool. I mean, I guess that's a lot of it is people just like the resort, right? I mean, for me, that has I have no attachment to it or whatever. I'd probably just go, if I knew about the construction stuff, I'd probably say, no, not worth it. But I don't know. How about you? You've actually stayed there before, so the question's probably more.
Yeah, I think I would. Even if they didn't offer the $25, I don't know. I don't see that as a hindrance. I think the construction will be far enough away.
Yeah,
because Caribbean Beach is really spread out.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you need to, take a car somewhere or to the main area and everything else. Their check-in is a separate building. Their lobby, it's not connected to anything.
Pretty sprawling. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think it would stop me from staying there.
Yeah. Probably. I don't think so either. I don't even know that I guess they've done the math. They think they do, but they probably don't even need to have the gift card thing. But whatever.
Okay. So I was just curious more than anything.
Yeah. I almost stayed there one time. Just a little side story. So almost stayed there once. Back when we lived up in New Jersey, we'd come down twice a year. And I'm like, I told Melissa, I said, look, we got to save some money. Because we used to stay at the Contemporary. And I said, we got to go cheaper this time. So
I completely understand that.
So are you mocking me?
No, not at all.
Okay. And back then it wasn't even that much money. I mean, like the peak price was like $250. And yeah, I know it wasn't even that much back then, relatively speaking. Right. Yeah, so I told her, I said, so we're going to stay at CBR this time. And she's like, oh, okay. It's like, oh, we got to do. And but I booked it at Wilderness Lodge because we'd never stayed there, and because I just in the end I'm like I can't be that far away because I was used to being on the monorail line and whatever, and I really wanted to try the Wilderness Lodge, so I didn't tell her. We got there and I'm driving because we rented a car and going through the toll booth, and she's like, "Well, this isn't the way to Caribbean, isn't it? Like farther away?" I'm like, "Ah, surprise, Wilderness Lodge, your best husband ever."
No, couldn't get me on the monorail line, but it was good.
Didn't last long. I love the Wilderness Lodge. Can we do a whole segment on that? And I'm not like an outdoorsy guy, which is probably why I like it because it's like outdoorsy, but not. We should do a whole thing on that sometime.
Yeah, no, absolutely we could. I actually had a little news story about the DVC portion that's opening, but
okay.
I took it off.
Well,
anyway,
darn,
so okay, I'll
that would have been a great segue, but okay.
Well, it would have. Dang. So, so March 8th, tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, that is.
They are going to open up the purchasing window for the new DVC at Wilderness Lodge.
Okay.
And then April, like mid-April, they're going to open it up. So the first people who have a shot at it are existing DVC members. If they want to switch
right
to this one, they can do that.
Yeah.
And then in mid-April, they're going to open up to the public. And then the resort is going to open in the summer.
Okay.
So, anyway.
See, good segue. I like it. All right.
And so the last bit of news is, and it's really just because we're Star Wars nerds, and I just wanted to let you know, make sure you knew that Rogue One will be out on DVD and Blu-ray April 4th. But it's going to be available on digital HD from Amazon Video and iTunes on March 24th.
Wow. Pretty fast.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I don't know when the other ones came.
It's par for the course because Episode 7 came out about the same time last year.
Yeah. Was that the news? Is that it?
That's the news.
Okay. Hey, before we exit the news portion, so I've been sitting here not listening to you and doing some research on Joffrey's.
Okay.
And I found out some interesting things here. So,
all right.
Turns out they're Tampa based, so they're not far away. So that kind of explains a little bit of a, at least regionally they're kind of close. I haven't found anything that says like Disney's a investor or anything in them. But I did find an interesting article. I haven't read it through yet because you didn't talk long enough. But I found an article from 2013. The title is "The Long Journey to Becoming Disney's Specialty Coffee Provider." So it's kind of the story from a kind of business perspective, how they came to be. So I'll give you a link to that. So I think you have to register for the Tampa Bay Business Journal. But anyway, so kind of interesting, kind of semi-local. I don't know. I just don't know of any other major. I'm sure there are. I just don't know of them. But any other major sort of food sponsorship, whatever the word would be here. So there you go. Anyway, real-time update, as they say. All right. What's next? Spin the wheel.
All right. Next, I see a note about Moana.
Yeah. This will be fun. This will be kind of like the Avatar conversation. So, so Moana's out on video. I don't remember when it came out, but it seemed like it started to show up within the last couple of weeks. We never saw it in the theaters. But we watched it recently, and my 5-year-old really liked it. I'm kind of on the fence about it. I was going to ask you if you'd seen it, if your kids have seen it, what your thoughts were about it. It's like, I don't know. It was like, I don't know. I'd give it probably like a B because like there are really some really good parts. Some of the parts that were like meh. Some of the songs were pretty good. Some of the songs were like meh. So I don't know what. And I really don't know how it was received by the Disney community. If it was, certainly it was no Frozen, but whether it was liked it all. So I was curious about your thoughts. Have you seen it? Has your family seen it?
Yeah. So the kids went to see it in the theater. So they had seen it, but I did get it on digital last weekend, whenever it came out.
Yep.
And Megan, my daughter, had a friend sleep over, and they wanted to watch it. And so I watched the first maybe 30 minutes of it.
Yeah.
And then I got busy doing. Oh no! We had. To
I got busy falling asleep. Yeah.
Well, no. Actually, we had to pause it because Something more important came up. We had to go to the parade was on the route, and we had to go and catch it. And then so when we got back, I didn't finish watching it with them.
Okay.
So I thought the animation was beautiful. I thought,
I was going to say that, especially the color palette. I thought was like pretty amazing. The animation purely was pretty good.
The water was gorgeous, right?
Yeah,
You know, so it kept my attention more than I thought it would, and I would like to see the end of it, but I haven't rushed back to push play and watch it.
Right.
In fact, we stopped watching it when she went out to sea. I probably shouldn't.
Oh, so you haven't? Okay.
Yeah, so I haven't seen.
Oh, you didn't even get to like the good part yet.
No.
Yeah, which by the way, I was going to mention about him. You know, he's one of those guys that's in the category of people I want to hate but can't.
Oh, he's awesome.
He's hilarious. Like I don't know anything about it, but like,
really?
Where was I? I was at the car service center one day getting our one of our cars worked on, and they play movies there. And I don't know what movie it was, but he was in that, and he was pretty funny. And he's excellent in this movie. He's like the highlight of this movie. I thought he was great.
He's the
Moana. So.
Did you know he's the highest paid actor in Hollywood?
No.
Yes.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Like more than?
No, I'm not kidding.
More than like, I don't know. The
Tom
stalwarts?
Cruise and everybody. Yeah. No, he is right. 2016, he was the highest paid actor in Hollywood. He's in everything though.
Yeah, right. Well, he and what's his name should have a contest to see who's in more, but the guy's name I never remember. You know who I mean? That guy that was in that movie that one time.
Yeah, exactly. That guy. I have no idea who you're talking about.
Anyway, so I thought he was great. I thought, and that's kind of the best part of the movie. I thought it was him and his character, and his little theme song when he comes in. I can't get out of my head ever since then. But anyway, Evan loved it.
So I have to watch
Evan's
it.
5. Yeah, Evan's 5. He's loved it. He's like every day he wants to watch it again, and so I was just curious whether that's just some anomaly in my house or if it's generally well liked.
So, you know, you mentioned you're curious about how it was accepted in the...
Yeah.
Okay, so the Oscars were, last weekend? The weekend before or whatever. And
did Moana win Best Picture? I heard is that what happened?
Wait, what now?
Did Moana win Best Picture?
No, it did. So
it's a joke.
I had seen... I had seen Zootopia.
Yeah. Okay.
Not in the theaters, but we bought the DVD or whatever. So anyway, I've seen Zootopia, and I thought it was a really good movie. I enjoyed it. Like it was a cute little movie. It had a little mystery in it, and it was heartwarming
good message
tale about about equality and all this good stuff, right?
Right.
Well, anyway, Zootopia won the Oscar, and if I spoil that for anybody, sorry guys. But on Twitter, everybody's like, "Oh no! Like it should have gone to Moana." So there are a lot of people out there that think Moana is better than Zootopia.
Oh my gosh! Well, so that's interesting. I could see why some people would think that, only because Moana is a more traditional Disney movie.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like.
Yeah, I mean,
if that's your thought of what animation is, of what an animated movie is like, it's more in that vein. Okay. So, Zootopia not right, which is what I actually different. Liked about Zootopia is it's a little different sort of I don't know, whatever flavor of what animation is, but no, I think it's tough. They're good in their different ways. I mean, Moana I thought was more classic Disney movie, right, with the songs and the message and whatever, but.
Yeah.
I did notice it's and I gotta tiptoe around this, make sure I don't try not to be defensive like I usually am. But
remember I haven't seen it. So.
No, it's nothing about the story. But how do I put this? So I have 2 boys. I don't have any girls. And so he really liked this movie. So it's interesting to me to see what like gender differences mean nothing to him at his age, right? So it's just a cool movie about this girl. And I remember he really liked Frozen, and that just I'm sort of and we watched the Disney Channel a lot, Disney Junior. It seems like Disney is sort of leaning towards girls more than boys at this point. Is that just my take on it, or is there something to that?
I think it's. I don't think it's.
Because like just to run through them. So like Sophia the First, and which he really likes, and Elena of Avalor, right? It just seems like there's so much that is at least the current crop of stuff, or stuff that they market a lot, that is very focused on girls. So I don't know if if it's an overreaction to too many decades of being very boy focused, or if it's just like you're saying, a cycle or what. But
so they have that. They also have that Mickey Racing show that they just introduced to. Like I guess that would be more toward the boy side, even though they have all they have Minnie and Daisy in it as well. But,
okay. And Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon's in it.
But one thing you haven't gotten to yet though is Disney XD. So that's that's kind of the boy channel, and they have on there and they kind of have.
But it's older. I can't really let. There's a lot on that channel that I can't let my 5-year-old watch it.
Well, a little bit. But that's where they're putting like the Star Wars Rebels. That's where they're putting the Avengers,
but the older stuff, right?
So all the boy stuff is mainly on XD. And if you think about it, they're focused, Star Wars, and that's what they do. I know they have, female leads or female strong characters in these movies, but they kind of put that in the lump that in the boy category. Yeah. Along with the Avengers and everything, or Marvel. And so they're, because Guardians of the Galaxy is going to come out, and, in May.
but you're a whole different age range there. I mean, I'm just in my exposure bracket, which is right now 5 years old and under. It just everything's very princess focused and girl focused, and not a bad thing. I'm just curious. It's more of kind of a question for you is that have you seen anything where that's kind of a conscious effort on their part?
I think it's just whatever they can sell the most of. That's what.
Okay.
No, you're laughing, but that's absolutely 100% true.
Yeah. Well, their business.
They sell the dresses for the Avalor and Alana, whatever her name is. And so all of this stuff is just what they can sell.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Moana, I thought it was good. I kind of liked it more than I thought I was going to.
I need to sit down and really watch it.
Yeah. If nothing else, the animation is like, even if you ignore the story.
I was stunned by how beautiful the animation was.
Yeah. Some of the music wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't quite up to what I would think Disney caliber would be for music, but like the animation was. Like something came up. I can't. Evan was asking questions about the Moana storyline, and I'm like, I don't know. And it reminded me of the Princess the Frog again. I'm like, you like Princess and the Frog? If you can figure that out, you can figure this movie out. Exactly. So anyway, all right. Well, thanks. I was curious.
So staying on movies, I have a question for you. You asked me about Moana, so I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
All right. So Disney in the last few years has they have been doing a money grab, and they have been remaking.
Well, how about some editorialization from you, huh?
I'm sorry.
Please share your opinion.
So during this money grab, they have remade a bunch of the animated movies. Wonderland, Jungle Book.
No, okay.
I
got thoughts.
So there's one huge one that's opening in just in a couple weeks. Beauty and the Beast. What do you think about these? Have you seen any of the remakes?
Have I seen them? I think so. I think we saw Cinderella.
Okay.
I think. What other ones have they done stuff? Oh, Jungle Book. Jungle Book I saw. Definitely saw that one.
You did? Was it good?
Yeah, it was a well-made movie. I thought it was good. Yeah.
Okay.
So I see, I see what question you're kind of
because they're remaking the Lion King is coming up.
Yeah. So, but for me, this goes way beyond Disney itself in that this era that we're in, and remakes galore. I mean, I'm just so many things are remakes that I have a problem with this in general. I mean, there's so many movies that have gotten remade lately. I'm like, why did that get remade? Did that need to get remade? Like, and maybe just because I'm older now, so all these things that they're like Ghostbusters. That might have been one of my final straws. Was like, did that movie really need to get remade? Right? I mean, can we not can we not create new things without rehashing the old ones? But it may just be that I've reached this age where, to me, that's not that old, but there's a whole generation that's like ancient, right? Yeah. To where, when I was younger, there were movies that were remakes that I didn't even realize were remakes, right? Because I just didn't have that breadth. So, but in general, I don't like the concept of them because you can't top pigs with pigs. I think somebody said that once. I'd always like to see new original content, but so it's kind of two scores here. There's a score on concept, which I'd score very low because that doesn't take a whole lot of talent or foresight to say, hey, let's take an animated movie and make it a live action movie. I mean, that's a pretty easy thing to come up with. Mm-hmm. But I will give, at least the ones I've seen, I'll give it super high marks on execution. I think, especially for the Jungle Book, I think if you had to make that movie again, I mean, if you had to make a live action version of that, I think they did an exceptional job at it. So yeah, I don't like it in concept. Their execution's been okay. Beauty and the Beast is going to be, I'm sure we'll see it at some point, probably at home, but that would be extra hard for me because I don't know, that animated movie had such a, I don't know what to try to say. Like Jungle Book to me, and I'd probably ruffle some feathers with somebody. Jungle Book to me was like an animated story. It was just a story that was done as an animated movie. Beauty and the Beast was a landmark animated film, right? I mean, part of that movie was the fact that it was an animated movie and the style and the theming of that. To redo that as a live action where you've just thrown all that away, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it'll be done very well. Mm-hmm. But it's like, if you're going to spend, I don't know what the budget was, but if you're going to spend $100 million on something, can't you come up with something more original to do?
Right.
So there you have it. That's my opinion.
And I'm almost exactly with you. I think they've done a good job of remaking the animated movie exactly or as close to exactly as you can.
Right.
And okay, that's fine, but then if you're going to do that, what was wrong with the original? Right. Because Beauty and the Beast, everything I've seen, and what they've done for the trailer and everything else, the trailer is exactly the same trailer as the animated version. It's just like in real life. So they consciously have done this.
Right.
And so everything I've seen, it looks like it's essentially the animated version just brought to life. And it's like, so that's why I, said money grab. It just seems so, it's like, why? And this one is projected to be like blockbusters, right?
Oh, I'm sure it will. Sure it will.
I mean, it looks like it's going to be. And so, I don't know. I want to see this just because it's, just because it's, I love the animated version. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I just philosophically, I just don't agree with it. I don't like it. I hate it. Spend your time and effort doing something original.
Yeah.
Instead of just trying to, go back to the well and just bring up another bucket of money, right?
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is and I think we've talked about this before with park related stuff, but it's, it's like you don't have to be ambitious or you don't have to risk anything. As a business, you can say, well, we know this is going to turn a profit. So, if I'm a Disney stockholder, great. That's what they should be doing. But from an artistic standpoint, it's a little disappointing. And actually kind of a confession here. There's a real strong parallel with the Broadway shows, right? So back in the 90s when Disney started doing Broadway shows, and I guess it was the first Beauty and the Beast.
It was.
Yeah. So I was very much against that for the same reason. Like, can't we come up with some new Broadway shows? But a little bit of a confession. My wife and I actually went to go see it, and it was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And then what they did with Lion King after, with the kind of unique staging with the costumes and stuff. So, but again, it's kind of in the same vein, which is, yes, they've done it well, but it's a really great execution of a pretty poor idea, I guess is kind of how I'd summarize it.
Yeah. It's funny you say that because I never really thought about it that way. I have never had a problem with the Broadway shows.
Oh, really? No, I actually had a bigger problem with those than I did with the live action remakes. I don't know why, but
because I think they're different enough that and like in Beauty and the Beast, they introduce a couple new songs.
Yeah. Yeah, bad ones, but yeah.
Well, that's why they didn't make it to the final cut. But like you said, Lion King, Tammy and Megan went to see the traveling version just in January.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And here in New Orleans, and they loved it. I mean, they absolutely loved it. And from what I've seen of it, it is unique and original, and so I've never really had any issue with the Broadway shows. Okay. That's so weird, and you would think that it would follow the same logic as the movie.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. They're different to a point. In the live action case, they're both movies, and in the stage show, it's different enough. But still, it was But so are you going to go see it? The Beauty and Beast one? I
don't know. The kids Megan probably will want to go see it in the theater.
I'm sure.
Because they're going to be performing it. I think we're get into Beauty and the Beast overload here. They're going to be performing it at school, and she's
okay.
she's in the drama club, so she'll be in it. So she'll probably want to go see it. So there's a chance I actually will go see it in the theater.
Yeah,
but it won't be because it's my choice.
Yeah. Well, it might be one of those things that you hate to admit that you actually liked it. Who knows?
No, I hope I do like it. I really do. It's just like you, the animated version is it's it's just so awesome. It's
right.
There's a reason it's the only animated movie ever nominated for Best Oscar, Best Picture.
Right.
So, I love that movie so much. I just, I don't know. Anyway,
are there more coming? I think they have more.
Well, like I said, Lion King they announced, and Jon Favreau, who directed Jungle Book, is going to direct that.
Okay.
That's going to be in good hands.
Yeah. Right.
Look, there's a ton more, right? They haven't done Sleeping Beauty yet. They haven't done.
Oh yeah. True.
There's Pocahontas, Mulan. There's a ton.
Yeah. Huh.
Frozen.
Oh dear.
Tangled.
Tangled.
Oh. So two things. Okay, this is not. So I'm just gonna come out. All right.
Wait.
So
where's this going?
There's two things. There's one. Okay. There are two new animated series coming out. One on the Disney Channel and one on Disney XD.
Okay.
Which I think will probably also be shown on Disney Channel. One is a Tangled animated series.
I'd like to point out that's a show about a girl mostly. Go ahead.
Yes, it
just
is.
saying.
I'm looking forward to it. It looks pretty.
No, again,
good. I love that movie though.
I do too. It's a good movie, and Evan loves it too.
That kid.
My only point.
Zootopia's butt. Everything.
Yeah. My only point in highlighting is just it's more than anything. It's interesting to me, and especially seeing it through the eyes of a 5-year-old. Is that and sorry, I'm going to editorialize a little bit more or continue this. The thing I forgot to mention was also the commercials that are on the Disney Channel. Like there was one day, and I know it sounds like I'm whining, and I'm sure those with girls like you or girls themselves might say, for decades and decades, everything's sort of boy focused. But there was one day, like Evan was watching, it was like he's watching Sophia the First. There was an ad for Elena of Avalor, and then there was a spot they kept showing over and over and over again about how girls can be anything they want to be and blah blah blah. And so for a second, which is great, but for a second, as the father of a boy, I'm watching him watch this, and I'm wondering, does he get the right message out of this too? That he also can be anything he wants to be. Is it just swinging the pendulum too far to the other side of of gender bias? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm not explaining myself well, but anyway. So it was also the commercials that were on there. But go ahead. So Tangled.
So yeah,
I had to get that out. You can edit that out, but I had to get that out.
I probably will. Okay. So the Tangled animated series, and then which picks up after the movie. So it's her with her short hair and everything. Yeah. So it's which is cool, And then I don't know if you've seen it, but they released the first trailer for DuckTales. They're rebooting DuckTales.
Okay.
Did you ever watch DuckTales?
No.
Are you aware of it?
Yeah, I mean, I know of it, sure.
Okay.
Why?
I cannot wait for this.
I didn't. Yeah, you
series.
It was Twitter or somewhere. You posted something about this. I'm like, I didn't know he was such a fan. But.
Yeah, I used to. And okay, this is going to be so embarrassing, but I was in college when these things came out, and
party on.
When it was the Disney afternoon, and so I would get home from college, and I would.
You might want to edit this part out too.
Yeah, I know, right? Saying. And I would sit down and watch the Disney afternoon. So it was DuckTales and Tailspin and Darkwing Duck. Yeah. Those were my three, and then they had like Bonkers, I think. But yeah, so I watched all those, man, and so yeah, I cannot wait for. And this looks really good. Like that was horrible animation, even, but I was just so happy to see Disney, cartoons, and so anyway, so the animation looks really cool. They have a really cool voice cast. David Tennant, who was he's Scrooge McDuck.
Love Doctor Who. Yep, love Doctor
Who. So anyway, so they have good voice actors and everything. Anyway, I just can't wait. I just need to. That came out this week. Both those trailers came out this week, and I forgot all about those.
I did not know you were such a fan. Now I'm gonna have to watch something, and I'll probably go, I don't get it. But
you absolutely will. Do
really?
Exactly.
It seems like something that I would do exactly. Okay. Yeah, because something like that, just like, I don't know. If you miss it, you miss it. All right, well, good for you, DuckTales. I'm happy. I'm happy for you and your DuckTales.
Thank you.
Actually, I've never seen it. It's all about. So now you have me intrigued. So DuckTales, it's all about like Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and the Scrooge McDuck, and like their adventures. Is that
and
what
Donald and Launchpad.
Oh, Donald. How do you feel about Donald? Do you like Donald?
I like Donald. I love Donald.
Do you really?
Donald's awesome. Yeah.
God, it's so irritating.
Right. No, I like Donald because he's the only one that actually has a personality, that has a temper, that has,
Yeah. Okay. Now I can see why you like that. Yeah.
Exactly. We're on the same wavelength.
Because he has no self-control. I love that about him.
Exactly. That's right. Me and my boy.
All right.
I love Donald. So anyway, so so they go out on adventures, and so Launchpad is the pilot, and who brings them everywhere, and so it's the boys and Scrooge, and usually Donald Duck is there too, and they do all kind of stuff. It's awesome.
All right, adventure galore. Okay.
Do you have a pick of the week? Actually, who went? I don't know who went first last time. It's been so long.
Well, listen, before we even get into the picks of the week, by the way. So before we get into
there are no losers on the pick of the week.
Some other shows I listen to, they actually have like an arena where they have like multiple people have picks of the week, and then people vote on the website of like I wish not right. I wish we had something like this for this last week, because apparently
Webmaster puts up a voting.
Yeah, Webmaster's working on other things. So because apparently somebody took huge issue with my pick from last week, which for those who may not remember, was my pick of the world's best made mouse ever.
Oh my god.
Are you sure you bought the right mouse? Anyway,
I guarantee I bought the right mouse.
I won't even say who it is. One person in our audience, maybe even on this show, does not appreciate this mouse for reasons I cannot comprehend, even though the universe agrees with me that it's the world's best mouse. So, but if there's any other crazy person like Glenn that got this mouse on my recommendation and hates it, then please take advantage of your Amazon return period. And I'm so sorry that I had to have you buy such a terrible mouse. But most people thought it was a exceptional pick. It was a beautiful pick. It was one of the best picks ever.
Cool. I this is the sad part. I actually listened to your pick 2 times, live and afterwards, and looked it up, read the reviews,
which were overwhelmingly positive,
glowing reviews,
right,
of people who spent way too much on this mouse, but they don't want to feel like a fool, and so
ridiculous! It wasn't even that much. It was
5-star review saying, "Oh yeah, this mouse is awesome." Yeah, and it's. it's not a good mouse.
No. Now, hang on a second. You cannot say it's not a good mouse. You can say it's not a good mouse for you, and that's perfectly fine. And that's why there's chocolate and vanilla, my friend. I'm not,
there's a hidden button on the thumb rest.
Yeah, to be honest though, I never use that thing. But I don't know why, of all things, a mouse, one of your biggest complaints is that there's too many buttons. Well, that's what it's for. That's, so you get like Command Center right there. That's the whole point.
But Chris, the Apple Magic Mouse has...
Oh, don't even. That thing is the most horrendous.
And I can do every single thing that I need to do with it.
That's great. If you want to hold a tiny little piece of sushi that has no arc to it at all to support your hand, that's fine. I have no problem with the magic. I don't need to support
my hand. I use my 2 fingers and move it around gently.
Yeah, which by the way, now we're getting in the realm of facts, which is an ergonomic nightmare for if you're using a mouse like that for as many hours a day as you probably do.
Yep.
For you to support your hand like that is a horrible ergonomic disaster. Okay. So one of the things I like most about the MX1000 mouse is that it has, for me, and apparently everybody else in the universe but you, it has the perfect shape and contour that I don't, I just rest my hand on there. I don't have to like hover my hand above the mouse because I might, accidentally cause some magic to happen. And by the way, I like the magic parts of the Magic Mouse. It's the shape of the Magic Mouse I think is horrible. If they took that same idea but gave it an actual arc to it that would fit your hand like a mouse is supposed to, then I might use it again. But that thing is a disaster from an ergonomic standpoint. And there you have it. So anyway, to the 99.9% of you that like my pick, thank you. And to Glenn, neener. So, all
right. So go ahead. What's your pick this week, G?
Well, I'm safe this week because I know you're not gonna pick this. So I don't have to deal with your backlash for the next few weeks.
Okay.
Which, by the way, you could have just returned the mouse. You didn't have to have all this negativity.
No, I know. No.
You could have just said, You could have just said, it wasn't for me. I can see why you like it, Chris, but it wasn't for me, and I returned it.
So now I'm screwed.
You have this notion that there's one true mouse in the world. So yeah, the kids like it. Okay, so all right.
They're kids. They're dumb. They don't know anything.
Raised by you, right? Oh. So anyway, I know you're not gonna. I'm gonna go. Do I want to go first? Or I'll go. I'm already talking. So, long ago, a friend of mine, friend of yours even as well, used to speak highly about this product, and I'm like, really? That just seems like an awful lot of money for that. And at the time, he was flying a lot for his business, and it's the Bose Quiet Comfort noise canceling headphones. Have you heard of these? We've talked a little bit about it.
I have heard of those.
Ironically, forever. I've heard about them. Yeah, and I travel a fair amount. I mean, I'm not on the road all the time, but I travel a fair amount for my job. And, you even see them in like these old Best Buy kiosks at the airport. They even selling them there. And for the longest time, I'm like, my goodness, they are ridiculously overpriced. I'm going to say that right up front. Ridiculously overpriced because they're like $350. But, I was, I mentioned I had to go to Paris, and I'm like, so it got in my head that, because one of the problems with traveling, especially for business internationally, is that you have this huge jet lag problem, and often, unlike when I've gone for a vacation, you can kind of schedule your travel time so that you can give yourself time to adjust to the local day to the local time. Mm-hmm. But often for business, you don't have that. Usually, boom, you're in there, you're having meetings, and boom, you got to go back. So it becomes even more important to try and get yourself on that schedule, meaning sleeping on a plane, which is incredibly difficult as it is. And so I've had challenges in the past, it gets noisy babies or just the sound of the airplane or whatever makes it hard to sleep. So I rationalized this in my head that I'm going to buy this for this trip because I need to sleep because we're going to get there and immediately have these meetings and so forth. So, so thank you, Sean, for your long time ago recommendation of the Bose Quiet Comfort headphones. I bought the Quiet Comfort 35, I guess, are the current crop. And I like them. There's no cords. They're Bluetooth. They recharge. They have a USB charger on them. They were fantastic. I slept like a baby putting those on my head. All the plane noise went away. I heard, nobody disturbed me. They are amazing. So that's my pick. But they are crazy expensive. But I think I won't say worth every penny, but certainly pretty close to it.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, those are kind of like the gold standard, right? I mean...
Yeah, and the thing is, from their noise canceling standpoint, they're phenomenal. From their audio quality standpoint, I should have mentioned this. Not the best headphone. I mean, if you're a really audiophile, and to be fair, on an airplane, I'm not, mostly I'm listening to podcasts. The truth be told, a lot of times if I'm not trying to sleep, I'm just listening to audio of a movie I'm watching. But yeah, I've used earbuds. I've even used noise isolating earbuds, and not noise canceling, but noise isolating. And still with an airplane noise, you still have a lot of noise coming there. You're right. They are the gold standard for noise cancellation stuff, and they are, especially for travel. I do struggle right now to find like when else am I going to use these? Because if I'm at home, I'm probably interacting with my family. I have put them on at the office, and they're kind of good for that too. So, but they're great.
Cool. Very cool.
So please go buy them, Glenn, and then you can tell me how terrible they are.
No, you see, and yeah. See, I was going to actually recommend my pick was going to be my little earbud.
But you should. No, wait, but no, you should, because they're different. They're different price ranges. They might be for different things, and frankly, you might get both. I mean, and that's the thing with headphones, is they're different kind of like. I mean, you can talk about yours, but like mine, like I said, I struggle to, other than traveling, I might struggle to find when I'm going to use them. I'm not going to use them on my car. I might use them at the office because they're not tiny like earbuds. So no, you should talk about that.
Okay. So actually, yeah. So my pick of the week is, Chris did mention that he was going to, be taking a long plane flight, and that he picked these up before he went, and I mentioned to him a little bit earlier that I've finally figured out about myself that apparently I have an earbud fetish, because if I see some on sale, mm-hmm. I buy them. Okay. And so I've been mainly buying Bluetooth ones that I can wear when I'm outside doing yard work, or if I take a walk or whatever. And I found some really good Anchor ones, but last week one of the Amazon Gold Box specials was these noise canceling headphones, and I've never had anything noise canceling before, so I didn't know what to expect. Mm-hmm. But these are actually, I said headphones, but they're actually earbuds. So they're wired, so they're not wireless. They're wired, but they have a control on the wire for volume, and you can also there's a microphone, so you can use them for phone calls or whatever.
Are these the sorry, while you're talking, I want to kind of look at them. Are these the IE20s?
These are.
Oh, okay, that's all right. I just did a search for Anchor, which is ANKR.
Oh no, these aren't Anchors. So
these aren't Anchors.
No, so the ones. So my pick of the week, they're Tao Tronics, active noise canceling headphones. Okay. So it's not a brand name or anything like that, but it on the wire you can either have it the noise canceling on or off, and it's obviously the battery as well. So the battery lasts for 15 hours. After the 15 hours, if it dies, if you're on a really long flight, they just become headphone. The noise canceling goes off.
Right.
But so I started using these. I brought them to work and put them in there, and I'm using them right now. And like it's the like I said, I've never experienced noise canceling before, but it's the weirdest thing, because it is. It's almost silent, and it's like, wait, what's going on? Right. And so these things are really, really cool. They're 40. I got them on sale for $40, but they're right now the regular price is $46. So if you're looking for something noise canceling and you want to give them a try, it's not, they're not that outrageous, to try, but They also have the little I don't know what you call them, wings or whatever to lock into your ears, so they're not going to fall out or anything.
Right.
So if you use them for exercising, they're So I don't know. I was really surprised with them. And I like them. They're comfortable. Okay. They don't hurt at all. Other ones, other earbuds, I can't get the right fit. These fit really nicely. Yeah.
And battery life pretty good.
I haven't come close to the 15 hours yet. So
I noticed that with the Bose too. They say 20 hours and these say 15 hours. But I took a 10-hour flight that I had them on pretty much the whole time, and they were down like 10%. So
yeah.
I'm guessing these are probably similar. Man, actually, if I'd known about if your pick had come out before my trip, I might have gone with these instead. Because the biggest downside to the Bose, besides the price, is that the size. They're a good bit larger, obviously. Well, now I gotta try these out for comparison.
So I know what's gonna happen though. You're gonna get them in, and you're gonna be like, Glenn, I can hear everything.
No, it doesn't matter what you picked right now. Then whatever the next thing you picked was, I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna hate it. So no, even if it was the best thing ever, I'm still gonna hate it.
Oh man.
My pick is Joffrey's Coffee.
All I know is that when I bought the mouse, I actually had like some kind of gift card or something. So I got. So I feel justified. Oh, and it was a gold box deal too. It just happened. So I got like $20 off of it. So at least I could kind of justify it.
I still don't understand. I still understand your hatred.
Could have bought another magic.
Do it, man. Do it. Go waste your money. All right. Well, your headphones seem like they might be a decent. Can you actually hear music with it? Does it sound good?
It does. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I've listened to. I mainly listen to podcasts, but
not this one. I hope.
I think. Oh God, no! Why would I do that? That's insane. But no, I did listen to some music. But like you said, with yours, look, an audiophile is not going to rush out and buy these, but they're good enough for the music. If you're looking to drown out, office sounds and just background sound. It's
family,
whatever. They work really well.
Yeah, cool. Gosh, I learned two things today: DuckTales and your earbud fetish. I didn't know about either of those things.
Yeah, it's like in my drawer. I open it up. Every drawer I have. Like at work today, I said, "Oh, look at this! I have earbuds here too."
That's so funny. I have a whole collection, but not because I want a collection. I keep losing them, so I buy more, and then I find the other ones. So cool. All right. Well, hey, it was unplanned, but it was noise canceling headphone night here at
crazy
Podcast Central. All right. Cool. Well, thanks. It was good to be back. I missed last week.
Yeah, it's good to have you back, man. I missed you.
Yeah. Aw, I missed complaining about your picks. Yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of Terrific Recordings of Nothing. Follow Chris on Twitter and Instagram at CBGray, and Glenn on Twitter and Instagram at DizWiz. Follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at Tron_FM, and on Facebook at Terrific Recordings of Nothing. For all things related to the show, including show notes and links to connect with us, visit us at Tron.fm.